It was the first time he had done this, invite a stranger into his home, and he still wasn't sure if he was doing it or not, or what was going to happen. He pulled into the forecourt of his building, drove through it and round the back, and pressed a button on a remote control device which activated a door to rise slowly in front of his car. Then he scraped the wing of his Rover as he put it in the garage, and laughing it off, blamed his wife for parking her Golf convertible too far over on his side. Teddy was talking a lot now, about anything and nothing. He thought about his brother. The man in the baseball hat followed him through the garage and the back door into the stylish, modern, spacious two-bedroom flat which Teddy shared with the wife who parked in so selfish a manner, and with whom the touching of car wings was as intimate as Teddy and she had been in almost 6 months. He turned to face the man behind him. "So," he said, rubbing his hands enthusiastically, "champagne?" Teddy went to the fridge to fetch a bottle. When Teddy's wife came home next morning, 4 hours earlier than expected, she found it, 2/3 full, standing next to one half-empty glass and one full glass, on the side of the American-style hot tub they'd had installed in the white-tile bathroom. It had gone flat. In the master bedroom, where she had gone after calling out her husband's name, she found another bottle of champagne, and she found Teddy. Teddy was on the bed, naked. The champagne bottle, or at least the top half of it, was protruding, like the funnel of an ocean liner, from Teddy's abdomen. The rest of it was scattered in pieces across his torso. Teddy's face had been smashed in, and a long spike of glass stuck out of what had once been his upper jaw, but was now a crumpled hole encompassing both his mouth and his nose. Even someone as unqualified in medical matters as Teddy's wife could see that he was dead. Very. Mrs. Morgan screamed, ran into the living room and called the police, who got a couple of flatfoots round there in minutes. The 2 policemen found a woman who was obviously in shock, and a day-old corpse covered in broken glass. Later, at the morgue, another police officer found more glass fragments, as well as a quantity of semen, and some of Teddy's blood, a long way up Teddy's anal canal. While it is true that nothing should be taken for granted in cases such as these, it can probably be assumed that the semen had arrived there first. Part 1. Chapter 1. I don't really know what got me into boxing. I never did it when I was a kid, or at college, or when I was still on the force. I had occasion, a year or 2 back, to ask some questions at a gym that was beneath a pub behind King's Cross Station, and I got to know the manager. She helped me to find out the answers to my questions, and a week or so later, I went back to work out and train. After a couple of visits, the manager talked me into doing some sparring, and, if you can excuse the pun, I was hooked. The only reason I can think of for my attachment to it is that standing across from a man whose express purpose is to punch your lights out in the shortest possible time available to him does tend to relegate any other problems you might have to the recesses of the head which you're trying so hard to protect, even if it is only for an hour or so. The gym I go to is not a professional one, or rather, it is run for profit, but no professionals train there. It is more of a fitness centre and club, attracting a lot of young kids who have seen Eubank or Ben on the TV, and the kind of cars they drive, and who want to see if they've got what it takes themselves. If they do, they soon leave for bigger setups, and if they don't, they either give up or carry on coming for the love of it. Sal doesn't mind that. She took the place over when her husband was killed, and I think she keeps it as a way of feeling close to him as much as anything else. She knows she's no Frank Warren, and anyway, she has another source of income which makes her boxing gym something of a sideline. I like Sal's gym as much as I like Sal. Most Wednesday nights find me down.